Hello from Sturgis Charter Public School, located in beautiful Hyannis, Massachusetts. My name is Jonathan, and I will be reading today's Wareham Week as part of the Audible Local Ledger's High School Student Community Service program. This ledger continues to deliver information and entertainment to the print impaired who live on the Cape, the islands, and the South Coast, many confronting disabilities such as low vision, blindness, or neurological disorders, as we have for over 25 years. Sturgis Charter Public School is proud to assist in connecting these listeners with the outside world. Now on with today's reading of the Wareham Week, dated Thursday, March 5th. Our first headline today reads, Winter Storm Cleanup Still Underway. Crews work to clear uptown roads. Written by Brandy Moose. Though the storm has long passed, cleanup efforts around town continued in order to bring Wareham back to normal. Wareham remained in a state of emergency with a street parking ban until Monday, March 2nd. Emergency Management Director Caleb LaRue was working non-stop before, during, and after the storm to ensure the town had necessary support. With the National Guard and Massachusetts Emergency Management Agency sending equipment to Wareham, the 31 inches of snow that blanketed the town is still being taken care of as of Tuesday, February 3rd, with frequent 911 calls and impassable roads. The National Guard had equipment to drive over large piles of snow and assist residents in a way that Wareham's vehicles couldn't. The Massachusetts Army National Guard 1166th Transportation Company were active in town with 2 high-water rescue vehicles and 4 soldiers assisting with public safety operations. The crew was staged at the Emergency Operations Center inside the Multi-Service Center at 54 Marion Road. They were deployed to Wareham within 4 hours of that request, he said. LaRue said that the National Guard ceased operations in Wareham at 1 p.m. on Thursday, February 26th. At a peak point during the storm, 117 crews were on the streets of Wareham. As a result of multi-day power outages, the warming center inside the multi-service center was turned into a 24-hour shelter, something it wasn't designed to do. Over the course of 3 days, the Wareham Fire District responded to 220 storm-related emergency calls. Special calls were made during this time, like delivering infant formula on foot to a mother whose street was inaccessible. The department brought more firefighters on shift and added a second dispatcher beginning Sunday, February 22nd, to get ahead of the storm. By 6 p.m. Monday, February 23rd, firefighters had handled 80 calls, most involving downed power lines, fallen trees, blocked roads, property damage, medical emergencies, and carbon monoxide alarms. Assistant Fire Chief Patrick Haskell praised the work done by the department in a press release. The Wareham Fire Department extends its appreciation to its personnel, Town of Wareham, and Onset Fire Department partners, and community members for their resilience and cooperation throughout this significant weather event, he said. Jeffrey Oswald, Fire Chief for the Onset Fire Department, worked alongside Wareham and assisted in calls. He gave thanks to those who collaborated with his teams and commended his crews. The extreme conditions we operated in heavy snowfall, powerful winds, and prolonged power outages tested our endurance and commitment. Despite these challenges, our members worked tirelessly to protect our community, assist with power restoration efforts, and ensure access to areas that were otherwise unreachable due to significant snow accumulation, Oswald said on social media. LaRue said that because of the overwhelming circumstances, emergency management were able to operate the warming center longer. Costs were set up in a space that usually hosts council on aging events and cheer practices. The biggest concern was keeping people safe. That's why we decided to keep the shelter open, he said. The Massachusetts Emergency Management Agency sent 10 front-end loaders and 2 skid steers to Wareham to help clear roads. A skid steer is a compact 4-wheeled machine with arms used for digging, lifting, and pushing. As of 5 p.m. on Friday, February 27th, only 14 residents remained without power. LaRue said that management was still working with Eversource to get those homes and buildings back on the grid. LaRue said borrowed equipment from Massachusetts Emergency Management Agency will be sent down to Cape Cod after 5 p.m. Saturday, February 28th, as towns are in quote-unquote far worse shape than Wareham. With things finally settling down, LaRue gave kudos to his team and Dave Menard of municipal maintenance. He said Menard did a phenomenal job of clearing roads. Friday, crews from municipal maintenance shut down various main roads around Wareham to accommodate extensive snow removal efforts. Dave Menard deserves a lot of credit for the amount of roads that opened in a small period of time, LaRue said. Also highlighted was Senator Kelly Dooner's work with the emergency center, arriving to help with ordering the front-end loaders. LaRue said the town would have been lost without her resources. Our next headline is Wareham's own Pink Lids readies for album release, written by Brandy Moose. With successes like performing at Boston Calling behind them and a future with opportunities knocking at their funky-shaped door, the members of Pink Lids are ready to take 2026 in aluminum foil-wrapped hands. And if that doesn't make much sense, that's the purpose of Pink Lids. With lead singer Amber Lawson, Ellis Roundy on guitar and keys, Matt Pantanella on drums, and Zach Flanagan on bass. The spooky pop-punk band has Gateway Town roots. Both Lawson and Flanagan are longtime Wareham residents. In the daytime, the pair can be found doing regular Wareham things. Lawson is a barista, and Flanagan is an oyster farmer for B&B Shellfish Company. But at night, the two take to the stage and create an atmosphere like no other. Pink Lids released their single, Eye-Catching Silver, in February, alongside their first ever music video. The upcoming year is shaping to be full of music, travel, and a new album for the members. Full of friends, Pink Lids began as a group just playing gigs at small venues around New England, but with so much planned, Lawson said that the band was needed to look for more help than it was used to. I'm starting to accept more helping hands than I ever had, she said. Pink Lids now works with Kevin York Communications and is in contact with a record label. Lawson described the upcoming album as a longer version of an EP or extended play, which means the record will be shorter than a full-length album. Lawson and Flanagan spoke of the inspiration behind their upcoming music using phrases like rooted in abstract and all over the place, with themes of societal norms, everyday life, and work. Pink Lids' new album will be more of a feeling than one idea. Each song, sonically, is sort of like an island. It's all its own thing, Lawson said. The idea is cohesive, and the songs will be fun to listen to because it's all over the place. While there is no release date yet, Pink Lids wanted to give Wareham the honor of knowing the name of the upcoming album before anybody else. As Flanagan boasted, locals only get the title first. It'll be called Electrician Fever Dream, Lawson revealed. I came up with it in my bedroom as per usual. Plenty of Pink Lids fans can catch them performing before their album release. March will be a big month for the band, with shows all across the United States. Hopping over to the Big Apple, Pink Lids will perform at New Colossus Festival in New York City Friday, March 6th, and Saturday, March 7th. Upcoming show dates, like a small stint in Austin, Texas, in the middle of March, can be found on their Instagram and pinklids.bandcamp.com. No matter the location or time of the year, Lawson emphasized that there's always something happening with the band. With dreams and teamwork as the backbone, the group will have a busy year. The power of manifestation, or whatever you wanted to call it, is backed by so much hard work, she said. The boys and I are constantly working on something in relation to the band, whether it be art, writing, or ideas, they're constantly flowing. This next article reads, Former School Committee Member Remembered, written by Brandy Moose. The Wareham School Committee gave a moment of silence for former member Clifford Sylvia at the Thursday, February 26th meeting following his passing Tuesday, February 24th. Sylvia was a teacher, department head, and worked for the district from 1966 to 1997. Sylvia completed 5 3-long terms on the school committee, leaving in 2017. Early in his tenure, he helped to develop a Wareham High School chapter of DECA, formerly known as Distributive Education Clubs of America. The club helped students hone their skills in marketing, finance, hospitality, and management. DECA continues to successfully operate, competing in national competitions and hosting various events in the community throughout the years. The Wareham High School store, run by DECA students, was named after Sylvia in 2022. School Committee Chair Jeff Sweat praised Sylvia's work through his time in the district. He said that DECA was Sylvia's baby and highlighted how much the program means to the community. Sylvia later worked as a principal at Sandwich High School, among other posts. He told Wareham Week in 2022, during the naming of the school store, that no matter where his career took him, my soul will always be in Wareham High. Not only did he leave a wonderful legacy, but his daughter, Cindy, took over the program for years too, Sweat said. Sweat opened the meeting in the moment of silence, wishing Sylvia to rest in peace. Sylvia was 81 years old and was a father and husband and a grandfather. Our next headline reads, Select Board closes annual spring town meeting warrant. With spring on its way, so is the annual spring town meeting. The Select Board voted to close the warrant for the annual spring town meeting and approved submitted articles at the Thursday, March 3rd meeting. The meeting is set to take place at Wareham High School at 7 Viking Drive on Monday, April 27th. The warrant or agenda for town meeting features 19 articles. Articles 18 and 19 are citizens' petition articles. A petition article is a proposal for action that is brought before a town's voters at a town meeting by citizens as opposed to the town's governing boards or committees. Article 18 will ask the town to amend town bylaws on plastic bag usage. Article 19 will ask the town change zoning bylaw section 950, which details off-site parking around Wareham. Other items on the warrant include budget proposals, conservation projects, and affordable housing. The annual Springtown meeting warrant will be released before Friday, March 6th on the town bulletin board and website. Due to a historic snowstorm, the submission of articles to the annual Springtown meeting was moved to Thursday, February 26th instead of the original Tuesday, February 24th. Our next headline reads, Make some waves and register for the Buzzards Bay Coalition's 20th Annual Watershed Ride. Registration is now open for the Buzzard Bay Coalition's 20th Annual Buzzards Bay Watershed Ride, which will be held on Sunday, October 4th. To celebrate the milestone year, the coalition is offering 20 for 20, a 20-mile route to mark 20 years. This course was created to give participants a shorter route option and will begin at the Bourne Intermediate School. In addition to the 20-mile route option, riders can choose either a 100-mile or 41-mile route. The routes wind through farmland, villages, cityscapes, cranberry bogs, and coastal country backroads, ending with a post-ride party in Woods Hole. Raised funds will go to the coalition's work to protect and restore clean water in Buzzards Bay and the surrounding land. There will be an early bird discount for half-off registration from now until Friday, March 20th. Those interested in signing up can visit www.savebuzzardsbay.org/ride. Type early bird, all caps, as a discount code and get 50% off registration. After March 20th, the registration fee will be $65. All riders must also fundraise $300 towards the coalition's work. The ride is a fully supported event that will have rest stops and lunch, as well as a mechanical support along the route. There will be an SAG wagon, optional pre- or post-event shuttle service, and a celebration at the finish line. For more information, including cycling routes, visit the Coalition Ride website at www.savebuzzardsbay.org/ride. Our next headline reads, Hop in the swimming pool for a fun Easter event. Egg hunt and a pool? What an excellent time. Join the Gleason Family YMCA for a day full of fun in the pool at the Floating Egg Hunt Friday, April 3rd, from 6 p.m. to 7:45 p.m. at 33 Charge Pond Road. Kids can splash their way around the pool, searching for eggs, and take a photo with the Easter Bunny. Participating kids will be given a goodie bag after their swim. Register at the YMCA Welcome Center starting Monday, March 7th. The cost for members is $7 per child. Non-members is $10 per child. All participants under 16 years of age must be swim tested. Swim tests will be administered 15 minutes prior to the scheduled swim time. Please refer to the Gleason Family YMCA swim test policy before participating. Our next headline reads, 3 new faces to join the Wareham Veterans Council, written by Brandy Moose. Though the process to get enough members to successfully run meetings has proven challenging, the Wareham Veterans Council has enough members to hold regular meetings. Army National Guard veteran Colleen Marble and Brandon Sand, who currently serves on the U.S. Coast Guard, were appointed to 3-year terms at the Tuesday, March 3rd Select Board meeting. James Stevens, also of the U.S. Coast Guard, was appointed to a 2-year term. The Wareham Veterans Council is a board that supports veterans with recognition and organizes events around town like Memorial Day and Veterans Day gatherings. It has been 7 years since the council had meetings. Sand said he knows a lot of service members who struggle when they retire from the military and wanted to try to help build camaraderie between local veterans. The council had hit its member goal with the appointment of Navy veteran Richard Holmes in early January. However, it takes more than just the minimum number of members to successfully operate. Only operating with 4 members doesn't give the council the opportunity to hold meetings often, as they would need to cancel or reschedule if one member cannot attend. Now, the council can run its meetings on the 3rd Wednesday of every month at 7 p.m. in room 208 of the Multi-Service Center, 48 Marion Road. Chair of the Select Board recalled to a time where the council had 15 members and called the resurgence a good thing. This is important stuff in honoring people who fought for this country, she said. Member Sarah Corbett highlighted how the council can unite those who are just exiting their service with members of her family in the armed forces. She thanked the new members. I think the council can provide not only honoring the older generations, but helping the new, younger generations that have retired from the military transition better to a successful role in civilian society, she said. Our next headline reads, Golf cart dealer set to tee off new business in Wareham, written by Brandy Moose. If golf is of interest to community members, a new golf cart business is in town. Might just be the right cup of tea. South Shore Golf Carts will be opening a location at 58 Sandwich Road across from Agawam Village. The business will house golf cart sales, repairs, and rentals. The site is a former car dealership and will not be making any major changes to the outside of the building. The dealer has 2 other locations nearby at 111 Cranberry Highway in Sagamore and 1694 Post Road in Warwick, Rhode Island. Al Ritchie, owner of South Shore Golf Carts with his wife, said at the Thursday, March 3rd Select Board meeting that the business is 60% conducted through online sales. Repair services are mostly done on the road, with only 10% of serviced carts coming back to the shop. Services provided for golf cart repairs, including custom upgrades, bodywork. The shop offers used and new golf carts. Electric and gas-powered carts can be found on their website, southshoregolfcars.com. The street-legal carts are mostly used for private purposes, according to Ritchie. Ritchie said that the customer base currently is comprised of mostly colleges, municipalities, and campground growers. With weddings and short-term events in mind, the business offers custom-designed short and long-term rental plans available for various occasions. Select more members praised Ritchie for bringing businesses to Wareham. The shop is set to open before the beginning of April. The next headline reads, The Crumbelievable Wareham Library Gingerbread Competition, written by Brandy Moose. Piping bags at the ready and candy in hand, vacation week for students ended strong with a gingerbread decorating contest. The Wareham Free Library hosted a team gingerbread house flip competition Saturday, February 21st to keep students busy during their school vacation week. 5 teams honed their home improvement skills in candy fashion. Melissa Dyer, the children's librarian, led the decorating after receiving gingerbread houses from her niece. Her inspiration for the house flip theme stemmed from home improvement shows on television. Why not have our own home garden network thing over February vacation and see what happens, Dyer said. With an upcoming storm, Dyer said the turnout wasn't big, but that those who showed up showed out. Students of all ages arrived ready to create their houses. Gummy sharks, cinnamon toast crunch, and gumdrops coated various gingerbread homes. Dyer said that some decorations brought in ended up becoming snacks during the decorating process, but that creativity was on full display. It allowed them to work on their fine motor skills, she said, using the icing and having to plot things out and to think ahead. It was a full-on physical and cognitive project. Those who competed were gunning for a prize. Team Calvin and Team Will received an equal number of votes and tied for first. Both will be awarded swag bags of goodies. Our last headline reads, Wareham Tiger Athletics Girls Wrestling Pins Down State Titles. Written by Brandy Moose. Months of hard work on the mats paid off in a day full of awards for Wareham. Wareham Tigers Athletics Association Girls Wrestling competed in the first ever all-girls state tournament Saturday, February 28th in Bolton. The Wareham Tigers is one of the town's youth sports organization, supporting tackle and flag football, cheerleading, basketball, and the most recent addition, wrestling. From early December to February, the Tigers travel across the South Coast and up to New Hampshire for matches and tournaments, but most of their time is spent practicing in the gym. Quinn Perry and Avery Kearney brought home state titles on Saturday, marking the first of many wrestlers standing on the first place podium for the Tigers. Aubrey Kearney and Callie Broder for earned third place in their brackets, and fourth was Kenzie Broder. Wrestler Peyton Park did not place, but coaches highlighted her grit and determination efforts out on the mat. Coach Adam Giacomosi said competitions are new to the girls and that he was glad they could get experience outside of the home gym. Some of the wrestlers have been with him for a few years, and he said it's absolutely amazing to watch the girls progress. It's something you strive for as a coach, he said. You want all of your kids to do well. All the experience my kids have been gaining has been great. It's a pleasure to see this year all the time they're putting in. It's showing. The tournaments don't mean the end for the girls' team, as practices and training will continue. Just a reminder, this Wareham week was dated March 6th, 2026. I've reached the end of our reading for today. If you know someone who could benefit from our service, or you're interested in either volunteering or donating to our nonprofit to keep us on the air, it is tax deductible. Please call 508-539-2030 or visit our website, audiblelocalledger.org. You can now listen to us on smart speakers like the Amazon Echo Dot and Google Home. Just say, Alexa or Google, play radio station Audible Local Ledger on TuneIn, and you'll have a clear, static-free connection to our readings. As always, thank you for listening and for all of your continued support. This is Jonathan. Bye for now.